Listeners, please, jealousy, hatred, envy, these are all same brothers belonging to the same family. We have to be very, very careful when it comes to husband. But mommy, talk to your fellow women. Praise the Lord. Listeners all over, we want to greet you by the special grace of God. This is Couples Department, Nations Evangelistic Ministry, NEM, Sierra Leone, West Africa. We have been blessing you, we have been coming your way. Today again we are here to continue our series on violence. We spoke lately last video on violence, etc., etc., categories of violence. But today we want to talk basically on the causes of violence, especially in a married home. But before that, my precious panelists, my precious people, Reverend and Mrs. Fortune, we greet all of you.
Greetings to you all viewers, whether here and out of here in Sierra Leone and out of Sierra Leone, NEM and out of NEM. We just say welcome to this program.
We welcome you all listeners and we greet you today. Amen.
Okay, straight to the point, we want to talk about the causes of violence. What are those things that give rise to violence? What are those things that cause violence in our home, in our life, between husband and wife? You know, so we want to discuss those things. Reverend Fortune, let me come straight to you. Number one thing that causes violence is excessive and uncontrolled anger. Yes, excessive and uncontrolled anger. What do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much, Evangelist. Now, you viewers, to you, when somebody is angry, over angry, we say excessive because it passes the limit of anger. When you are over angry, you become, antagonist. You become antagonized. You become, you are out of control. And when this thing, you find yourself in this kind of situation, it's very difficult to master yourself. It's very difficult to put yourself under control, and then you act violently, and whatever thing you do it in a way you want to harm the person to whom you are inflicting this anger. You want to do it in a way because you are angry, you are over angry. You want to do it in a way. If you are striking, I want to strike him once and then
to death and finish.
And finish. Do away with this. Do away with the object in my face. This is what I want to do. That is when it's not controlled. That's why I say uncontrolled anger. Anger that is no control. It's not limited at all. You don't have a way to influence it. As long as you flare up into that position, you come into that position of excessive anger, you do anything you do is destructive. Anything you do is
to please yourself, to satisfy yourself, as against whoever.
Yeah, it's a displeasure.
Yes.
The anger. So
thank you very much, Mommy.
Yes.
I think this affects both men and women. There are women who can be excessively angry, uncontrollably angry, and they can cause a lot of havoc. What can you say to your listeners?
Yeah, that is so true, because there are some people when they are really, really angry, they do anything later, they don't care later, they will regret. That is not their way. But that moment, they want to act in a way that, nobody will expect. You see, there are some women, when they are angry, they spoil properties in the house. Like television, they just
break the television, break the tape,
break glass cups and whatsoever. One lady went to neighboring place. She found out that his wife and her husband was there. She was suspecting somebody. Wow. The man went, kept the bike at the compound. When that lady went and saw that thing, she took a stone, big stone. Yes, started to
break everything.
To break the
without even investigating what is this. This is my husband's bike. Why is he parked here? Has he come to visit somebody? Maybe my aunt, maybe you're his friend. But because of uncontrolled anger. So listeners, this is a very important thing we want you to learn from the couples department. Uncontrolled anger, excessive anger, anger you cannot control, the anger that is in charge of you, anger that you are no longer in charge. It's like driving on a highway at a speed that you, the driver, cannot control. In driving, they will always advise everybody, don't ever drive at a speed you cannot control. So to me, when you are angry in a way that you cannot control yourself, that you can do anything, you can say anything, you can break anything, to some point you can even kill if it comes to killing, or hitting anybody, you can pound anybody with whatever. Some people, when they are angry, they don't want to know what they have in their hand, whether this is a matches, whether this is firewood, whether this is stone. They can send it, throw it at anybody at any rate. So excessive anger, uncontrolled anger you cannot. Remember we spoke about self-control in marriage. So I think we come back to that point where you really have to control yourself. But excessive anger, some people, when they are angry, they become nervous. You see them shaking as if they are on electric. You see them shaking because. So listeners, please, you have to put yourself down, because excessive anger can also cause excessive damage. Excessive destruction.
Man of God, a few years ago, they brought one woman from one of the villages around. The woman cut off the private part of her husband.
The head of department.
She cut it off. She didn't remove everything. He said, but this is what you carry. Now you will not carry it anywhere, because they rushed with the man to the hospital, and then the lady they took her to the police.
So imagine the reason, and for me the number one reason, if possible for that matter, the only reason why you wanted to get married to this man is because he is a man. And the thing that made him a man is the very thing that, out of anger, the thing you got married to the man for, you destabilize it, you cut it off. And you say, now where you get her? Where I cut her? Nobody. So it's like me and all of those who have been drawing from this well,
No more.
No. That's excessive anger. How can you be angry and destroy what you love?
I think at this point we should know that when you are angry, you become crazy.
Crazy, mad.
You lose your mind.
Normal.
You are not normal.
Yes.
So you become so abnormal that everything you do now is abnormal, and that is why it is really, really advisable to there's a saying that he who angers you defeats you.
So we have to be very, 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 very careful in this time. So excessive anger, okay. That is why we see some people, their faces, we see some husbands and wives, their faces acid, their faces marked, as lacerated, or all of the incisions, every other thing. Some houses, they are not progressing, because each time somebody is angry in the house, they are going to break an expensive thing. And when you get money, you have to, it's like you are always repairing as a result of excessive anger, replacing, repairing. So you are not preparing for the future, you are always repairing the past. And that is a cause of excessive anger. So viewers, please, you can drop us your comment on all of this thing. What do you think about excessive anger? Which category of human beings, or maybe husband or wife, who is much more affected or easily affected, or easily angry in an excessive way? And sometimes, we don't want to belabor this point, but sometimes an excessive anger does not just affect your partner, it affects your environment, the children, even visitors. When you are excessively angry, somebody comes and say, where is Mr. Hammond? You say, don't ask me.
You become blind,
did not do anything.
Deaf,
say, don't ask me. Am I his keeper? Am I this one? He knows where I am. Me, I don't know where. So all of these things, okay? So viewers, that is it. Number two thing we want to talk about is prolonged misunderstanding. Prolonged misunderstanding. Mommy, I want to start this with you. I want to throw this to you. Prolonged misunderstanding.
Prolonged, yes. Where you sometimes we the women we are fond of that. Prolonged misunderstanding. Maybe you suspect somebody with your husband or whatever. You don't want to voice it out. You keep away from this person, from your partner. prolonged misunderstanding, sometimes it causes anger. It causes damage in the family. It causes violence in the home. So when something happens to you, instead of for you to keep that long misunderstanding, bring it out, put it on the table, then talk over it. Talk with your partner, you settle the matter, and go ahead with your life. So I think that is.
Yeah, Daddy?
I believe
Prolonged misunderstanding.
I believe it should not be allowed at all in the home between husband and wife. When something happens, you know that this thing really, I'm at fault, you are at fault. Whoever is at fault, you must be. That's why when we are doing counseling, we say there are 3 magic words you will use, and this ones you say, I am sorry. Or you say, please forgive me. Or you tell your partner, please, it's my fault. So these 3 words
are magical words.
Magical words to talk about. Why they are magical words? Because they help to temporize, the temperament of
regulate
the temperament of your partner. Just say, I'm sorry. Just that settles it. Or when it wants to go beyond that, you say, well, please forget about it. That's my fault. And there's no one in the right senses that want to continue to, discussions, or continue to argue, or continue to be angry, when in fact the person has already told you it's my fault. Forget about it. Let's forget about it, and we should forget about it. And that's how forgiveness comes in. You must forgive, and when you forgive, you forget. And that brings us to the fact that we talk about forgiveness. Marriage is a relationship between 2 forgiving people. You must forgive. This happens, it angers somebody else, instead of it goes beyond that.
To me, I think we put the 2 together on control. I'm sorry, unresolved malice. Is just equal the same. Yes, unresolved malice, and also prolonged misunderstanding. Unresolved malice, that's all the same family. So to me, viewers, this is also another very important point. Prolonged misunderstanding means actually that the misunderstanding has been standing for long. The misunderstanding has become so outstanding in the home, in the family. It means that the misunderstanding has overlapped.
There is no understanding.
There's no understanding at all. And to me, this is very important. If you don't mommy say women are prone to this, women are more found of one of this, because women have the tendency to carry something for long, like you are pregnant for 9 months. So that your nature makes you, if you keep grudges, malice, and all of that for very long time. Women can tell you this thing happened in 1964, and this is 2024, and we are still talking about the same issue. So that is the kind of thing. But to me, this is very, very important, because prolonged misunderstanding, unresolved malice, and all of it can damage even your health. It's not just about the relationship, your health. You're like shortening your life. Prolonged misunderstanding. Sometimes we have to also come to the point, because not every problem we are able to solve with that. Not every problem we can solve in the home. We need to also know that, because there are problems you cannot solve. Yes. For example, if your husband gets somebody impregnated and all of that, now how are you going to solve that problem when the woman has given birth to another son or another child? Now, how are you going to really? Are you going to kill the woman? Are you going to kill the child? No. So those are problems. So when you cannot solve the problem, don't even make it a problem. Write over it, get settled, forgive one another, like you say. Who is going to say sorry? Say sorry. Who is going to say this is my fault? Accept the fault, and then forge ahead. But dwelling on that thing like other hand over the egg, for long, incubating all of those, it can just damage the relationship, and that will even slow down the speed of progress and development. Because you just keep yourself, reserve yourself. You don't want to get involved with anything The husband says or the wife says, there is this land they are selling at a very cheaper rate. Say, I don't have money. Not that you don't have money, but because there's a prolonged misunderstanding,
and you have not solved that problem. And you still leave it lying down. You know, that's really is ridiculous.
Yes. You are sleeping, you are not happy. You are eating, you are not happy. You are working together, but you are not happy. You are doing so many things just hypocritically, I would say, you know, but somebody is still not happy with something, you know, until this is very clear.
That shows your commitment to that relationship. Yes. If you are committed to marital relationship, I mean the marriage, you know, you are committed to it. When this thing happens, you know that, I mean, oh damn it, this thing cannot affect the relationship. It cannot make a relationship to come to a standstill. No, let's flow. Let's solve this thing and then move ahead. In fact, that shows how much you are mature. You know how these things happen. You solve them. You solve one problem, and then the next thing you do is that you go ahead. The relationship, the relationship matures in that way. So you must meet this problem. This is how we mature in our relationship.
So that means there is even understanding in misunderstanding.
Yes.
There are times misunderstanding brings much more understanding between the two of you. Okay, so viewers, drop us your comment and share this video. Let's together bless many people. We want to also talk about jealousy, envy. Jealousy, mommy, envy. Jealousy, envy.
Yeah, thank you very much, man of God. Jealousy causes
jealousy,
damage.
hatred.
Yeah,
envy.
these things cause damage in marriage relationship. Because where there is jealousy, there is no understanding. There is always confusion, no peace, no comfort at all, even no appetite. Jealousy is very dangerous in every relationship, especially in marriage. When somebody is over jealous, he or she cannot think twice. You see, because they behave abnormally. Overmarked jealousy, excessive jealousy is devilish. You see, and when you are jealous too much, unnecessarily, you are just like a madman. Because sometimes you accuse your partner unlawfully, wrongly, because of jealousy.
When it comes, you are just suspicious, conscious
the woman goes
and
to the market, she comes there, you begin to smell.
Yeah, you are smelling. This is wrong. You did not leave this house. Where am I smelling? This is wrong. Where did you go? I'm seeing something like red lipstick on your man. You are a man. Where did you get lipstick from? All of this one.
Primitive jealousy.
Joseph, is this not here on your shirt? This is woman here. This is Brazilian here. Where did you get it from? All of this thing. So that is very important. So yes, Daddy, let's talk about it.
Jealousy,
hatred, envy.
As we are saying, it is really, it's primitive. Sometimes it's primitive. Sometimes it's causeless, baseless. Jealousy. These are things that you just think about. A man just feels that the wife says hello to somebody, greets somebody,
the way you
greet somebody, and the other person, your husband begins to calculate in the mind, that man, look at the way she's looking at the man. That man, look at the way she's, rubbing shoulders with this man. That
it just creates an image that is not existing.
And then that shows that, she has something to do with this man. So you calculate all these things, it happens in a way that, and when that thing happens, then you feel and you feed your mind with these lies that, they are in love. These ones is a kind of jealousy. It happened at a time when we read a story that this man, went to the husband of this young lady was the brother to another man. The man who they were related together, and this man is a doctor, and he did not know that this wife relates to this man. So what happens? The moment he saw his wife talking with this man, and then he concluded that they are in love. And then this man came to the house to meet this woman, because this is the wife, and this is appointment they have made so that this this guy is a doctor, so that they will meet and then their
Discuss,
their children in their, I mean,
she is pregnant, and this is like his brother, her brother.
This is what they wanted to discuss, and they came out and they went to that place. That man just saw that man, and when the man came to their house, just saw that man, he said, "Oh, this was the man I saw." Then pushed that lady, and then that lady fell on the broken bottle, and then she aborted.
So you lost two children,
yes,
because of unnecessary,
Jealousy.
Unjustified jealousy, anger, envy, all of these things.
And later on, the brother, I mean, the brother came now and said, "I'm sorry, my sister," you know, that kind of thing. He wrote, and then they found out that this was just jealousy, you know, I mean, uncontrolled jealousy, unchecked, you know. He did not try to see really what happens, what's the relationship between them. He did not try to see all those things, to cipher all those things. Just went
And the painful part of it, the painful part of the most of the time is when the act has been done.
Yes.
Now they want to,
they
want to find out, they want to justify, they want to verify. Now, why can't you take your time, verify, justify, whatever, rectify before you even take a step? Now you have beaten, you have stabbed, you have killed, you have beaten, you have destroyed, you have broken, and you want to find out. You know, sometimes the misbehavior, you have beaten your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, you know, or somebody that is very important personality, maybe in the husband's family or the wife's family. You have already done what you want to do to satisfy yourself, only to come and say, "Uncle, I didn't know. I thought. So before you thought, think very well and behave decently, because jealousy, people who express too much of jealousy, they are always suspicious, unnecessarily suspicious. You know, you greet somebody, they are going to investigate you. I don't know you to be greeting people like this. Why was she smiling? Why was she looking at me? You are greeting her, she's looking at me. Why, blah blah, all of this. What is that sign? I saw him making like, what is that sign? Where have you planned to meet? He was making like that. So all of those things, you know, you were greeting him, he was making, even if the man was like just scratching his nose, say that was not scratching his nose, he was telling you it was a sign. You have to tell me that sign. If you don't tell me that, so listeners, please, jealousy, hatred, envy, these are all same brothers belonging to the same family. We have to be very, very careful when it comes to aspect. But mommy, talk to your fellow women.
Yeah, jealousy. Of course, everybody is jealous. That is part of us.
It's part of us.
Yeah,
but don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it. There was a woman who fried her companion's baby alive. What happened? This first lady, the man married, never gave back. So he married another lady. The lady was married. In 6 months' time, she was pregnant. Yeah, she gave back at the day of naming ceremony. While people were dancing, others were cooking. The first wife, she went inside the house.
So angry.
So angry. That's why they have put this pot. Those PB pots, they wanted to fry things. She just took this baby, young baby, dropped that baby into the hot oil. And the husband who did the knife he was slaughtering this sheep, you know, these people now, our brother. He just took that knife and cut off the head of that woman. Yes, so they had to arrest the lady.
Cut off
the husband and this lady who killed it. That was the end of that ceremony. They carried them to
excessive jealousy. How can you jealous to the point that you take a whole human being and drop it in the hot oil? Just because you have not given back, this woman has given back, and you have the first one they got married to. We are not in favor of polygamy, okay? We present couples or issues or family issues from a monogamist point of view, from a Christian point of view. We are Christians. We don't support polygamy. But then if you are in a polygamous home, that does not also warrant you to behave in an worldly, satanic and devilish way, because you are, because you are not happy. You are jealous of somebody who has given back to a child because you were first married and you are not. No. It does not. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. The story we have in the Bible, Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Why are you going to kill? Or why did you kill your brother? It's the
Your
only
own
brother you have, the
brother.
only brother for that matter, the only one. And that's a very serious case, because some people, what you are about to destroy because of your anger, jealousy, and hatred is the only thing you have. That is the only husband you have.
It's madness.
That's the only wife you have. So if you destroy the only house you have, the only car you have, the only because of jealousy and this one, then it's going to be very catastrophic on your side. So I think we have to be. I love what that is. It's madness.
It's madness.
So be warned,
These are things.
ladies and gentlemen, please be warned. Don't over-jealous. It is not good for your health. It is not good for your family.
Mommy, let's talk about provocation and unforgiveness. Even as we draw closer to our time.
To our time. Yeah, this provocation,
Provocation and
excessive
unforgiveness.
provocation and unforgiveness. They are three
As a
partners.
cause of
For
violence.
instance, something happens to your partner, then you take that problem he or she has to provoke that your partner. It will not go down well at all, and that causes violence in marriage. For instance, if maybe your husband is unfortunate to encounter this thing they call impotency, then you begin to talk all over about your husband, provoking him. What can you do?
You are not a man.
You're a small misunderstanding. You are not a man. If you are a man, come.
Your cat is not working. Your instrument is not working.
As a woman,
your antenna cannot catch wave.
There is barrier in your trousers. All these
you
things.
carry barrier in your trousers.
Your trousers. All those provocative words.
Or you provoke the woman, you are a prostitute. I met you are a loose woman. You are this one. No, it's not. So that provocation.
I regret it when I married.
And that is why it is said that provocation is next to madness.
So avoid it. You hear that?
Avoid
provocation is next to madness. Avoid it. Daddy, let's talk about refusal in the home. Refusal, especially to sexual satisfaction. Your husband wakes you by 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. or your wife by 4 a.m. At least to have a combined service, and then you refuse.
So that is very simple. When a man is hungry, he goes out, he sees food, he can eat as long as the food is precious.
Even if it is leftover food.
Yes, I mean, yes. No, that one, as long as you are hungry and it calls for that, you can eat. So that is it. When you starve your partner, you are telling your partner, I'm pushing your partner out to the street, and he goes. The thing you starve your partner of, when he sees it, he gets it. On the street he will eat. He will eat. So that is it. So that is the reason why we shouldn't do it that way. Some again.
Because that will lead to marital unfaithfulness. And marital unfaithfulness can also destroy the home, the faith of the home, the life of everybody.
And sometimes the way they do it, they can just behave like a cadaver. That's a dead body. So because she does not want to, particularly on the part of the wives, the wife wants you to feel her weight for what you have done. She can just she can ignore. Be dormant and
passive.
Passive. That's how we call like a dead body. They become cadaverous. That's what they do. So when this thing happens, you see that they lose. What the husbands do, particularly the husband, they say, no, if I not get it here, if it does not result to violence that really can cause. Some of them can even tear your clothes, tear your pants, that way. The man will say, the husband will say, this is my property, you cannot deny. You deny me of getting access to this property.
Women, because they don't have
violent with you.
Women, because they don't have physical strength, they can also use their very dangerous, poisonous words.
And they also forget the fact that God has given all these things. That's a gift God has given. So you don't refuse somebody a gift that God has given. It's a duty, and that duty must be performed.
Okay, so viewers, we have almost come to the end of today's broadcast. By the special grace of God, those are the causes of violence in married homes, in families. And so we want you to take great care of those things. Drop us your comment, gossip and suspicion. These are, we call them the deadly enemies. Okay, selfishness is another thing. Even though we did not dive into that, but selfishness, you are so selfish, everything is about you, me. You have no concern for the other partner. You are the only one to dress well, to eat well, to travel, to blah blah blah. That will cause serious problem. Okay, so till we meet in our next video, we want to say, may God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless you. Let Reverend Fortis just say bye-bye to you.
Thank you for having listening. Viewers, bye-bye. See you next time.
Or maybe before you say bye-bye, what do you want the women to do with this course of violence?
Women, be careful if you want to enjoy your marital life, please. Think of all these points I have given you this morning. So please, you want to enjoy your marriage home, go abide by the rules and the regulations in marital relationship. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, viewers, God bless you. We'll come back your way in our next video. Please drop us your comment, your questions. Then share this video, like it, share it with others. Together, we can make our world a better place, especially for couples and families. In Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.